Hey there, Postal here. So, I've got a dispatch for you. I'm going to do it a little bit differently, just so you're not staring at the World of Warplanes webpage, because, you could do that on your own time. So I'm going to play some gameplay that I had earlier today in the background, and I'll review the dispatch. So there's been actually 3 different updates from World of Warplanes. Not updates to the game, but just updates to the gameplay. First and foremost, we've got here Yak the Fighter discounts going on. So this is the one of the 3 Soviet light fighter lines. This is the Yak line. It starts off with the I-15 at Tier 2, which is actually multi-role, and cruises all the way up to the Yak 30, which is the most maneuverable light fighter in the game at Tier 10. For the most part, this whole line is very similar to the Zero line. Very maneuverable, not a lot of airspeed, not a lot of altitude performance. It's not quite as maneuverable as the Zero line, and it has barely more altitude and barely more speed. But overall, they're very similar planes. The biggest difference between the Zero and the Yaks is going to be the guns. The Yak line, especially the middle, like from Yak 1 through Yak 3, Tier 5 through Tier 7, are kind of weak. Yeah. But they're all centrally located, so you can get those guns on target pretty quickly. The lack of airspeed with the Yak line is really what precludes it from being like, a top fighter type line. You kind of have to like pick a zone, and you can defend the heck out of a zone. You can own a sector like it's nobody's business. But beyond that, it's kind of a limited tech tree. Now the Yak-19, I'd actually say that from Tier 8 and up, they're relatively strong. They've got stronger guns. They have jets at that point, and they can get some boosts. They still don't have a great top speed, but at least you can kind of boost to get where you need to go. I save my my engine cooling to get from sector to sector, basically, for the most part. And if you can keep an eye on your map, you'll do pretty well as far as like what's coming in to attack you, because you can outmaneuver basically anything, especially at that tier. The Zeros are no longer Zeros at Tier 8 through 10. They become multi-roles, so they lose their maneuverability. So you are the most maneuverable planes at Tier 8, 9, and 10. So that whole line's discounted. 50% on everything Tier 7 and below. 30% on Tier 8, 9, and 10. So, I mean, if you were grinding down this line, now, if you spent some of the Marching Nations to go down this particular line and weren't able to get far enough down it, this would be the time to finish that. You get even better discounts on the line. And on top of that, you get 50% battle experience on this particular line. So, like, you can... Not only are you going to be getting extra discounts on the actual planes, but you can earn the percentage much quicker, too. You get extra rewards also. So Tier 2, 3, and 4, as you're grinding down that, if you destroy 40 enemy aircraft when defending sectors, you can get yourself an advanced collimator sight and some mechanical parts and airframe elements. Once you get past that, the Yak Fighter Part 2, so Tier 5, 6, and 7, you can earn yourself an advanced gyroscopic sight, some heat-resistant parts, and some radio electronics by simply 3,000 capture points for destroying aerial targets in any number of battles. Cool. And then last but not least, on Yak the Fighter Part 3, dealing 100,000 damage to aerial targets in any number of battles. This is, again, Tier 8, 9, and 10, and you earn 3 unique supply crates. So pretty cool. A really good reason to go down this line. I used to really, really love this line. Used to recommend it as, like, and I still do, as, like, one of the first lines that you want to go down. The gameplay isn't really dynamic enough for me to, like, always want to play this particular line. I prefer the LA line if I'm going to be playing a Soviet light fighter line. There's just a little bit more you got more flexibility with that plane, that line. But this is a really good line to go down as like one of your first to go down. Just be aware of your lack of airspeed. But it is very forgiving. You can, you can outmaneuver your mistakes, if that makes sense. All right, so let's take a look at what else is going on today. So the remaining news that's been posted here by Wargaming is for items that actually start later this month, November 19th. So it gives you a little bit more detail about the Grumman F5F Skyrocket that you're able to earn. Again, just gives some more details about it's quick and maneuverable. I really, again, would like to have this plane just to see what the heck they're talking about. How can it be quick and maneuverable? I'm assuming they just mean maneuverable for a heavy fighter. And so that puts it into the line of like some of the less maneuverable multi-rolls. But we'll actually see once we're in game. Yeah. So to add this to the hangar, you need to execute missions from the Special Operation Order. You need to receive the. You can receive this order from supply crates available in the Service Center for 750 gold. I hope there's a way to do that without spending it on gold. You can also receive it as a reward for completing the personal combat missions within the Crimson Dawn event, which we'll talk about in just a second. So that's cool. So you can receive it as a reward for completing personal missions. In Crimson Dawn, I posted a Throwback Thursday video on one of the Crimson Dawn events. So that kind of gives you a heads up on that. So it's up to you if you want to purchase it ahead of time, or just purchase it in general, or purchase a crate that could get it. I guess 750 gold. Does that guarantee that you get? It just says you can receive it. I'm not sure. Yeah. So you're going to be able to activate the operation order until December 18th. And so that means you don't have to, you don't have a week. You've got a whole month to be able to complete this. Well, actually, it looks like the operations can be executed until the 20th. But still, it's a month. Upon executing the 15 missions, you'll receive the F5F Skyrocket together with an exclusive decoration. I'm assuming it's the blue and red decoration that they show on the War of the Warplanes website. You actually get the paint scheme, nose art, and emblem. In addition, you'll receive interim rewards. Ooh, so materials, tokens, boosters, days of premium, equipment, consumables, and supply crates. Looks like you can skip several missions or the whole chain by purchasing certificates in the premium shop. So I guess you can just... We'll see how much those certificates cost, but we can calculate out what the cost of an F5F would be. It's a Tier 5 premium. So Tier 5 premiums are not the most expensive thing. But then again, I kind of assume that this is going to be a mission for only a short amount of time, meaning that it's not going to be a plane that's available in the premium shop after the mission's done. So I guess it's really going to be up to you whether or not the price of those certificates is worth the plane itself. I would highly recommend doing everything you can to keep this particular mission free. Yeah, I mean, if you've... I don't know. Just try not to spend money on it. Try to get it for free, and, it's always worth it if it's free. In addition to the operation order for a new American heavy fighter, in the special supply crates you can find many valuable rewards, in particular new experimental equipment, which we talked about in our previous dispatch, which has noticeably higher characteristics than its standard counterparts. So, the plane itself, obviously Wargaming is going to make it try to sound fun and exciting, and it kind of does sound fun and exciting. But like I stated previously, try not to spend gold, or certainly not cash on it if you don't have to. Yeah, so we'll leave that at that. Let's go ahead and take a look at the final page here, which it looks like was on the Crimson Dawn event. Yes, so the Crimson Dawn event starting November 19th through the 20th. Join in-game event to add the brand new heavy fighter to your hangar, the Grumman F5F Skyrocket. Yay! So the Crimson Dawn event looks like it's going to be basically the same. Yeah, it is the same that it was about 18 months ago. Something I quite enjoyed in the early summer, late spring of 2019. The event will be divided into 4 stages. Each stage will contain 2 identical phases. So we talked about this. There's going to be like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday phases for each of these events. So there's going to be the Bomber Escort mode, Conquest mode, Invasion mode, and Attrition mode. I think the video I posted yesterday was Attrition, but heck, I don't remember. I know it wasn't Bomber Escort. I'm pretty sure. I mean, it just had to be Attrition, right? I don't know. We'll see. The only aircraft that can take part in the event are going to be Tier 6. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Tier 4 through Tier 10. For me, the best range recommendation would be like Tier 8. Tier 7 through 9 was really the best because at that point your guns start to get significantly stronger. You get a lot more airspeed so you can react to situations going on, like if you really need to get to a sector or you really need to get down some bombers. You've got that airspeed to actually do that. Tier 4 through 6. Need more coffee. Tend to be lacking in that department. Tier 10 obviously is certainly going to be good in that aspect as well. So I guess I should say Tier 7 and above would really be where I'm going to be flying at. But obviously anybody can continue that. One of the cool things is the daily missions can be completed. Oh, but only in the Conquest mode, not in Bomber Escort, Invasion, or Attrition. I remember Bomber Escort was the one where I could make like $750,000 silver in a battle pretty consistently. And I was doing between 30 and 40,000 personal points in that mode because you're literally there's just bombers and bombers and bombers. So if you're in a heavy plane, a relatively fast, hard-hitting heavy plane like an XP-58, an F2H, 262s obviously, the 1056 and the P228. All those kind of planes are really good at those missions. The Bomber Escorts, you don't need ground attack capabilities yourself. You just need to either support your bombers or kill the crap out of the enemy bombers. And so planes, like I said, like the heavy fighters that don't focus on their ground attack abilities are going to be really good in the bomber mode. Conquest, I don't remember. Invasion, I don't remember. I mean, I remember, but I don't remember enough to give helpful hints. So the missions during each phase, you'll have to complete 3 personal missions for each aircraft type. You'll earn gold and supply crates by completing the missions. 1 uniform mission for all players. Completing this mission will double the number of supply crates you've earned for completing the missions. If I remember correctly, I didn't think... Oh, so they talk about each aircraft type. I thought previously like it had separated it's like ground attack and bombers, and then like fighters, and then multi-rolls and heavies. But I could be wrong. I could be thinking of something else. So keep in mind, supply crates will only double for those players who manage to make at least a minimal contribution to the overall mission's progress. So basically, you need to make sure that you did something in a game during this. You're not just going to double up on your crates simply because you logged into the game. You need to fight. The progress of personal and uniform missions is reset after the completion of each phase. Good to know. So it gives a breakdown here of Stage 1 through Stage 4. We already know it's going to be Bomber Escort, Conquest, Invasion, and Attrition modes. It also does give a list of rewards that you earn in these supply crate rewards. We've already talked about operation orders for the F5F Skyrocket. You're going to have the ability to receive new experimental equipment. Holy cow, do I really need that much coffee? You got gold, premium time, equipment, all these other things we've already talked about, but you can actually earn pilots with free skill points. You can earn hangars as well, which is always nice. You can, above and beyond all this, you can purchase 2 supply crates per day. Supply crates cost 750 gold. Holy crap. I'm not sure that's worth it. Operation orders may be completed at any time until the event is over. And after all the event stages are over, from December 13th through the 20th, you can finish executing the operation orders. All the unopened price supply crates will be converted to unique supply crates on December 18th. So I'd recommend opening before that. Not that unique supply crates are pretty good anyway, but you'd want to make sure that you take advantage of the Crimson Dawn event. So one of the cool things that that you can receive in the supply crates for a Crimson Dawn event is actually premium aircraft. So the list includes, a bunch of tier 5 through tier 2 planes. Nothing like overly crazy fun, gotta get it. But there are 2 planes that I wouldn't mind earning for free. So the Arsenal VB-10, that's a tier 7 French heavy fighter. Very strong heavy fighter. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I don't own it. I wouldn't mind getting that. And actually a tier 8, the XP-58, the Chain Lightning that I was actually talking about earlier. An excellent plane. One of the few premium planes that I actually recommend getting. So when people reach out to me and say, hey, what's a tier 8 premium that you'd recommend me purchasing? Obviously it's going to be different for everybody. And most of the time I actually tell people don't spend money on a tier 8 premium. You can get something like the Vampire, which is an excellent tier 8 premium for free. It takes a lot of grinding, but free is free. The XP-58, though, if you're going to spend money on this game, on a premium tier 8 plane, that's the one I'd always recommend. So getting it for free would be even better. Anywho. So yeah, I hope this kind of helped out the news that Wargaming just put out. I hope the background was a little bit better, gave you something to watch, me winning and or failing at some games. And I'll try to get out some gameplay of some actual gameplay of Yaks, just to give you guys a heads up of what you might be getting yourself into. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Otherwise, I hope you're enjoying your Friday. I certainly am. It's my day off, which is nice. I'll get into some gameplay here. Also, just a quick heads up, I will be... Ouch, that hurt. I will be streaming again this Saturday, so 9 p.m. to whenever I get too tired, so usually about 2 a.m. That's Eastern Time. Saturday to early Sunday morning, I will be streaming. Thank you so much for everybody that joined me this last Saturday. It was completely random, but had a good amount of people watching me, and I definitely appreciate that. Hopefully we'll be able to hang out and kick some butt this Saturday as well. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch y'all later.